everybody. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Ingredient Throwdown, a time where we're just gonna get together and go over a Plexus supplement. We're gonna throw down those ingredients. We are not gonna spend a lot of time going over the nitty-gritty and all the science. We're going to look at big picture benefits from a Plexus product. And this week, we are gonna talk about EASE. And this is quite a product, so buckle up, Buttercup, you're gonna learn something. But as always, we're gonna start out with a did you know? So my first did you know that it is estimated that 43 million Americans struggle with inflammation and pain on a daily basis, a chronic thing. And that is 20% of our population. And if you wanted to know what that number was worldwide, it's 350 million people. Did you know there are things that are somewhat under control that are directly related to inflammation? So things like our environment, things like our stress levels, and even our sugar intake. All of these things are detrimental to our health in the form of inflammation. And did you also know, and please tell me you do because I say this so stinking often, chronic low-grade inflammation leads to a higher prevalence or a higher risk of chronic disease. This is a thing. Inflammation levels, meaning the doughiness, meaning looking poofy, meaning your rings are tight and you can't get them off, your fingers, all these things are low levels of chronic inflammation. And the last did you know that the doctor who actually developed the EASE products, meaning the capsules and the cream, was the first doctor to open a pain management clinic program this side of the Mississippi. So he kind of knows what he's doing. All right, let's move on. What is in this stuff? Now, this is where we're gonna get down to the ingredients and we're gonna cover them quickly, okay? So the first thing, green-lipped mussel. There is an ingredient that is extracted from this mussel that we are coining liprinol. So it has to do with fatty acids, omega acids, and some of them are very, very potent. But not only that, this liprinol is also a source of chondroitin, and that should be very familiar to you because that is very well known to be used as a supplement for pain and inflammation. And the next one, turmeric. Now this we know from ancient medicine has anti-inflammatory properties. And the last two things, serrapeptase and bromelain. Now both of these are enzymes and what they do is they break down protein in our bodies. So protein that starts to live in our tissues and should not be there. It should be dissolved and moved on out. And this is especially a big deal if you have leaky gut, which is a whole other video series, right? But if that's happening and you have food sources that are leaking through your gut into your system, these proteins are not being excreted. They are lodging into tissue where they should not be. And that's why it's brilliant to have these enzymes in there. And isn't it just like Plexus to have a gut component in there? So to wrap it up, these 4 ingredients, brilliant in nature, have everything to do with protecting our joints and being superior anti-inflammatories. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about these big picture benefits, and this is where I want you to have some takeaways. So just because you're not diagnosed with some type of inflammatory condition does not mean that you cannot benefit from this product. This product is phenomenal. And let's cover why it's phenomenal again, because if you aren't saying this with me by now, I need you to. Chronic low-grade inflammation, people. Chronic low-grade inflammation, and we all have it to some degree. And when I talk about it leading to a prevalence of chronic disease, we're talking about diseases that are caused from inflammation. So any type of autoimmune disease, things as simple as asthma, food allergies, all these things are related to inflammation levels in our bodies. So minor discomfort and pain, obvious one, right? If you are struggling with discomfort and pain, this can help. Or if you are struggling from acute discomfort and pain, right? You have overdone it on some task. You're out cleaning the yard, out raking the leaves, out cutting down the shrubs, getting ready for our crazy winters around here, right? You have overdone it. You are going to feel that 24 to 48 hours after. Now, by taking the ease in these one-off instances, that is also helpful. So those are some obvious benefits. Let's get to a benefit that's not so obvious, but so typical for Plexus. That New Zealand green-lip mussel also acts as a prebiotic fiber, so it feeds our good gut bacteria. Isn't that fantastic? All right, let's move on to dosing. Now, I know some people that take one a day just to keep these levels in check. I know people that are treating specific disease states that are completely related to inflammation, and their dose is way up that river. It is much higher. Now, it does not mean you would actually stay at that high dose. This is why it's really important to be in contact with your sponsor when you get started on this product. Now, let me tell you my story on this if you haven't heard it already. I ordered this product because I was curious. Shocker, right? So my husband was always having these joint issues. He would come in from his wood shop or his sawmill or whatever he's doing, and he would be tugging on his hands, and it was stiffness and soreness. And I thought, we're gonna get him started on this and see what happens. He had results within 3 days where his pain and discomfort level had been lessened. Now, that made me wonder what this product could do for me. Now, for me, I noticed that my rings will twist on my fingers instead of being tight. I noticed that I can zip my boots up all the way, all season long, and I don't have that issue where I've got the cankles going on all winter long, okay? Small things, but still a big deal. So this probably raises a question for you. Okay, I already used the Slim, right? The Slim, she's told me, is good for inflammation, blood sugar stability, and gut health. The 3 pillars of our health, right? So why would I need to add Ease if I don't have inflammation issues? Well, let's touch on that. The Slim is gonna target inflammation that has to do with our gut at a healing level in our gut, where the Ease is gonna be for overall cellular inflammation. They work differently. They are synergistic in nature. So taking both of these products is really gonna get that kung fu grip on inflammation. All right, let's move on to some precautions. Well, as all the products are, they are formulated for adults 18 years of age or older. That does not mean others can benefit from this. You would just need to be in contact with your sponsor. And of course, pregnancy and breastfeeding. And this is just more that your doctor knows what you are doing, and so you are on the same page. Okay, and a couple more things. If you are on anticoagulant therapy, blood thinners, if you have a clotting disorder, anything to do with this, you would want to be cautious adding the Ease because the Ease can also have that property. And of course, if you have a shellfish allergy, there is a possibility, it's not a for sure thing, but there is a possibility that you may be allergic to this because those fatty acids are extracted from the green-lipped mussel, which is a shellfish. All right, you guys, I hope you had some takeaways from this today. Thanks so much again for joining me. And if you are new to this Plexus train and have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm gonna list my link in the description box below. Get on there, nose around, ask some questions. Curiosity will get you on this train every time. And I'm also gonna list some videos that I have done in the past that are related to the Ease, so on the particular ingredients and some other series that I have done that get way more into the weeds on this product. So check them out. All right, that is all I have. I hope you join me again next week because we might just be going over another product. So cheers to your health and happiness.